Good evening. Thank you very much for coming. Okay, bus. Thank you. As you've been informed, we are recording the show. Why are there carpets on the top? Is it a symbolism? Don't worry. Show is normal. All you have to do is watch. Nothing else required of you. Thank you very much for coming. Each of you bought a ticket to... That's crazy. You bought one ticket online. Now you'll receive an email every day of your life. Isn't that awesome? Any worldly action creates email. As soon as you book a ticket, you get an email. Hey, thank you for booking a ticket. The ticket is not in this email. This email is for thanks. Email is from do not reply. The phrase, as if you are some despo who was about to reply to auto-generated thanks. Thanks, yeah. So sweet of you. Most number of emails you get if you book a flight, that's like 7. One invoice, one boarding pass, one separate email saying don't bring power bank, we got it. Now someone has allowed businesses into WhatsApp. So you book a flight, Indigo, the aeroplane, will start texting you. Display picture, aeroplane. Indigo will text you and say that, bro, you're coming tomorrow, right? No, dude, because last time you didn't come. Then you land, they send you one more message. Dude, how was it? You enjoyed. And you had to organize with your friends to come here. That's very nice. You took the initiative. You're one person in your friend group who communicates only through voice message. Because this person possibly illiterate, you don't know. They send long, unstructured voice notes, never less than 1 minute in length, never containing content more than 10 seconds. So I was like, poop, babe, bro, I'm coming to your house tomorrow. And this is the end. That's all he needed to say. But then it continues, tomorrow. And then, bro, then I'll see you then tomorrow. Then you'll be there. I'll see you there. And middle of voice note, one moment of clarity. Bro, I just keep talking only anyway. Anyway, show's pretty long. You want to start? Wonderful. This show, by the way, best enjoyed by people ages 30 and above. Okay? Wow, okay. It's gonna be good. You know, many people clearly above 30, not cheering. As if the darkness hides your wrinkles. Because your glass skincare is only making your face look wet. So I'm 35. 35 is the age you start soaking dry fruits in water. Happens to you one day. You find yourself soaking dry fruits in water, and it's a shame because someone has dried these fruits. All we do is soak them. Dude, if they knew, people are doing what? Then why are we drying them, Vikas? Now, in India, we believe the nut is good for the body part it looks like. You know this theory, no? Almonds look like eyes, good for eyes. Walnut looks like brain, good for brain. End of examples. It's a full theory based on 2 examples, and they won't accept a third. Can't be like raisin looks like nipple, so that. These are called health hacks, which are a nutritional solution to your emotional problems. Every health hack starts with warm water. You take warm water, put squeeze of lemon, turmeric in warm water, and this should fix your marriage. Yeah, we should get divorced. Yeah. You take supplements of unknown origin for unknown use. Bro, what is it like to have too much zinc? You don't know. That's why supplements advertised vaguely. They were like, eat magnesium, be more. Well, I could be more. Best supplement ad I've ever seen. Big billboard in Mumbai. A picture of a guy. It says, are you constipated? And there's a phone number. And like, no product? So then I called the number. Just one guy going, People are also very intense about sleep now, right? They're like, dude, you gotta start winding down. Dude, you're not winding, you gotta start winding 5 hours before you go to sleep. I just woke up, then you start winding down. Every day is a preparation for the next day. When you die, you'll be so sexy that day. You don't go to sleep, right? Sleep takes you. You're lying in your bed, you're like... And now I feel there is more available health advice than available health. I saw a real video titled Common Breathing Mistakes. Common. That means in this room, there are breathing mistakes. So let's do small test, okay? On 3, you take a breath in with me, okay? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Mistakes. When you breathe in, your shoulders shouldn't go up. Stomach should go out. Bro, you didn't breathe only. You don't trust me. He's like, he's gonna fart. I'm not gonna fart. You wanna breathe properly now? Okay. On 3 again, okay? 1, 2, 3. Stomachs go out really far, guys. Also, you should never breathe in through your mouth. Always breathe in through your nose, okay? If you're swimming, you should die. He was healthy until the end. And if you are a mouth breather, the medical solution is at night when you go to sleep, you just put a tape on your own mouth voluntarily and go to sleep. Yeah. So if thieves come to your house, sir, are you being robbed already? There is a global obsession now with longevity. Right? You want your life to be longer, but you don't even like it. It's so weird. You understand why some billionaire wants to live forever? It's 100 more years of luxury. What are you gonna fucking do? Be 120 updating your resume? I have enterprise Java experience. You don't want a longer life, you want a better life. Right? Life is not good, it's not bad, it's not good. So what are the components of a good life? In India, very simple. Parents tell you, property, partner, prayer. Simple. You do these things. If you don't do these 3, no one will listen to your problems also. They're like, I'm really sad, go get married and come first. So I embarked on this journey, okay? I got some property. I got some land recently. I want to give my future children something to dispute over. I want my will to be vague. I leave everything to my most attractive child. I got a nice big plot. It's next to the highway. You know when you drive on the highway, you're like, who lives here? Me! I live on the way. Karan, where's your house? Between. And a broker sold me this land. You know, brokers are like, sir, this one, very good, you should buy east-facing land. What? Sir, very good, you should east-facing land. I thought all land faces all direction. 3-dimensional piece of land. What is the face? Shall we put raisins on the nipple of this land? Now, to buy land, you have to sign a contract. In India, you have to sign every page of a contract, because if you don't sign a page, someone will change the page. From you, they take agree to what? They can decide later, okay? So every page you sign, Karangil. It's tasty. Karangil. Taste of bureaucracy. Dude, you sign so many times, you can see the evolution of your signature. signature starts out so ambitious. Full name, line, 2 dots. After some time, it's just ECG. So you sign 100 times. Now we enter the exciting part. Who signed? There are 100 signatures. Who is to say that these are your signatures, right? So they say paste your photograph. Okay. But see now, someone's signature, someone's photograph, right? How do you connect these concepts? You guys know? Okay. We have developed a foolproof method. They say you start signing on the paper and you sign across the photograph. Start signing on the paper, sign across. Only the true owner of this face would ever sign across the photograph. Impossible, right? Photo slightly above paper. You cannot go continuously in this axis. Pen has to climb a stair. Then you have to put your thumbprint. Everything short of blood and semen you have to provide. You can give, it's not required. It's taking so long to sign, the lawyer is making small talk with me. Okay? She's like, what do you plan to do with this land? I was like, I'll open a members-only graveyard. We don't take just any bodies. Yeah, students discount. She's like, I'm just being polite, okay? You don't have to be an asshole. I was like, okay, sorry, I'm getting property because property partner prayer, 3 pillars for a good life. She's like, I don't care so much also. Listen now that you've asked. Property, everybody knows. Partner, you can get pets also in 2025. Don't worry. Many people are very stressed out by the idea of romance. 2025, pets are allowed. In fact, people tell me all the time. They're like, bro, you're lonely, you should get dog. Okay. They say you are lonely. Based on your output. My watchman always is like, sir, aap akele ho? I'm like, bro, is akele rehte ho? You were going for, I believe. I can get a dog, sure. But I travel all the time doing this. I'll have to leave this dog at home. Then, now dog is lonely. It's not a good solution. Come home, dog is playing PlayStation. So you tell that to people, they're like, idiot, get 2 dogs. So they have company. Yeah, okay, I'll get 2 dogs. Then, now the dogs are friends. I'm lonely again! Dogs always discussing something in the other room. What are you guys talking about? Final solution, 3 dogs. Yeah. Check it out. 2 dogs, they'll exclude 1 dog. Then he'll be forced to come to me. Yeah. And I'd be like, I don't want the loser dog. Introduce me to the cool ones. You're worried that if you got a dog, you take your dog to the dog park and all the other dogs are playing and your dog is just sitting like this. Like, fucking yuck, dude. Why is my dog like me? So my friends tried this. They got a cat. Cat's name Kaju. Kaju, Catly. Okay. Not worth it. It's their joke. I'm not a fan of cats. It's okay if you are. Some people like cats. Some people like dogs. No one likes you, right? But Kaju, exceptional piece of shit. Okay, violent, aggressive, and my friends are in denial about being attacked every day by their own cat. They have scratches all over their face and hands, bleeding like she's playing. She plays. You go to their house, she is not playing. This cat hunts them. They're drinking tea, Kaju is behind. Okay. Good one, Kaju. Yeah, call the ambulance. I don't know if you know people like this, but they will accept no criticism of their demon cat's behavior. Right? If you say your cat is aggressive, they'll be like, do you even know what she's been through? We found her in a pipe. Dude, even you don't know. People love putting their own psychology on their pets, you know? Your cat has memories, but cat is not thinking, it's terrible what happened to me. Those long days in the pipe. No, right? What is the cat thinking? Cat is thinking, cat. I'm a cat. cat. Scratch. Kaju attacks me. I'm like, dude, I don't love you. I will put you in the dustbin. Okay. So we are enemies. I don't go to their house anymore. And the lawyer was like, I really don't care. I feel like I asked you one question. And you've been talking for so long. I was like, yes, ma'am, but through the magic of small talk, I have signed all the documents. Hey. Then she produced 2 more copies of the same contract and said, now do for this. I was like, yeah, I signed one, you take 2 copies. So she was like, no, I need 3 original documents. Anyone could have made the copy. So I was like, anyone could have made the original also. You know, anyone can do anything. She's like, you're not understanding. Copy is not original. I was like, duplicate is not forgery. Okay, when you stand in front of a mirror, you're there. But actually you're here. And if you're not here, you're not there. And if you're not there, then you won't. And if you say this to a lawyer, they get quite upset. She gave me this great sentence. She was like, do you think I want this? This is the procedure. And it is the best part about modern life, right? Nothing is ever anyone's fault. Problems exist. Destination, you. Source, unclear. You live your whole life thinking, if I could just shout at the correct person once, I will die in peace. But that person does not exist. I'll give you an example. Amazon gives you wrong package. Whose fault is that? Right? Think about it. You tell delivery guy, wrong package. He's like, brother, I'm delivery guy. I don't create package. You're like, fair enough. You call customer support. They're like, brother, I am robot. I don't even know you. You call warehouse. They're like, how did you get this number? So it's Amazon's fault, but your shouts go into an empty space in the void that is Amazon. So you shouldn't argue, okay? You should just shut up and you should sign. 300 pages I signed. And I gave to a lawyer. I was like, now are we done? She was like, yeah. There are just some small formalities. Formalities you have to do later. Huh? Hai ki nahi? Then you have to say hai. If someone says hai ki nahi, you can't say nahi hai. So you have to say hai, lekin. Bro, they should use it like a legal defense. Your Honor, my client is innocent. Hai ki nahi? Nahi, aap batao. Judge is like, baat to aap sahi kar rahe hain, lekin. So property done. Next up, partner. Okay. Now it gets harder to meet someone the older you get because you get comfortable, right? Like, how old are you, man? 28? Okay, you're in the same boat. Okay? Remember being in your early 20s, you tell yourself the story of your future life. What's my life going to be like? Okay, I'm going to meet so many cool people and befriend them. And I'm going to travel to exciting places and experience them. And I'm going to have a vocation that generates profit because I love it. And I will have a rich and fulfilling life. And in your mid-30s, you do an assessment. And you realize, these are my 4 friends. And I don't like them. Like, I don't dislike them. They provide a reliable experience. This is the one restaurant we order from sometimes. The food is not good. Not bad. Reliable. This is my job. I fucking hate my job. But I know that I will hate any job. So this is the one I choose to hate. And you create this minima of dissatisfaction around you. And you call it your comfort zone. Comfort zone, not good, not bad. Advanced deathbed. You just you slowly sink over the years. And you never think about it until one day, someone you dislike becomes very successful. You're thinking of who it is for you. Dude, you are just chilling at home and you see this piece of shit begin to rise. You're like, hello, hey. They have gone there. You are still here. You're like, have I become too comfortable? So you look for advice on YouTube, where there's a bald guy who runs in the desert and gives advice. You've seen this guy, right? He's like, I used to watch YouTube videos on my couch like a bitch. Okay. Then I realized this video is sponsored by Squarespace. Abhi yaar. Finally, he says, and you've all heard some version of this, he says, growth lies outside your comfort zone. And you hear that, and you're like, yeah. Dude, I just have to step outside my comfort zone, of course! And you forget that you have tried this before. Every few years, you think you can just control your personality through force and embark on a cringe adventure, leaving psychological wounds that reopen on public transport. You'll be sitting on the metro, then you'll remember, you're like, You want to see people at the edge of their comfort zone? Okay, after this, go to any nightclub. Okay, someplace with a dance floor. You'll see 90% people having fun, 10% people having a very loud internal conversation. Like, why can't you just enjoy this? Other people are having fun. Why don't I ever have fun? Why am I always outside looking in? Once in a while, you'll see someone snap. He's like, you know what? Today's the day. I'm tired of being how I used to be, and I'm going to step out and I'm going to dance like no one is watching. And you see them dance and realize many people are watching. You're like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't do this. And I know this very well. Because last year, I participated in the Tiramisu World Cup. Hold your questions. I was on the internet, and the guy was like, if you don't know how to cook, you're a bitch. I was like, man, this guy keeps calling me a bitch? So I watched one cooking video, and they were like, do you know what flames are made of? I was like, oh shit. And then 6 hours later, Tiramisu World Cup. Okay? Didn't even watch the video, pause, new tab, registered. Registered for me and my friend Manik De Silva, real person. Called Manik. I was like, Manik, I have registered both of us for the Tiramisu World Cup. What? Manik, it's a global competition where you make tiramisu, the Italian dessert, comparatively against the world. But I don't know how to make tiramisu. Neither do I. But growth lies outside your comfort zone. Also, essentially, this was happening in January. Competition is in October. In January, October is not real. There is no proof there will ever October. So you can defer anything until then. Right? Like, we'll figure it out by then. Okay? Okay, bye. Bye, 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 bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye, bye, bye. Okay. Okay, bye. Indian people, we have difficulty concluding calls. Right? If you just say bye, it's rude. You say bye-bye, lame. Bye. Creepy. You go for series of cascading byes. Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Real pros, throw a few okays in there. Okay, bye. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, chill. Then chill comes. Okay, chill. Okay, bye-bye-bye. Okay, chill. Okay, bye. Okay, chill. Huh? Okay, Okay, chill. Okay, chill. Okay, bye. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay, chill. Okay, bye-bye. So now I have to step outside my comfort zone and meet someone. You guys remember how we used to meet people back in the day? It was a referral process. Right? One day your friend would come and they'll bring their friend and they'll give you 10% off. But it doesn't work because now all of your friends no longer have friends. Because they have cut all the toxic people out of their life. Everyone I know has cut all the toxic people out of their life. Yet you never meet a toxic person just alone in a field. I'm not a fan of the word. It's not descriptive. Also, someone is toxic in relation to you, right? Not just by themselves, driving to work. People are very quick to dismiss other people, and I don't like it. You know, you just say someone is toxic, someone big red flag, someone's a clinical narcissist. They have a clinic. And it seems, for many years, that there is something wrong with everyone except you. You are the only person that there's nothing wrong with. And then the tragedy is you can't meet someone who matches this excellence. Yeah, and if someone hates you, it's because they are a hater. Their hatred independent of your actions. He hates you. What did I do? He's a hater. He's a hater. Oh. Hater just waking up in the morning. Abstract hate! But if you are alive for long enough, the world reveals your problem to you, right? Usually a close friend will sit you down very gently one day and they'll say, hey, you know what your fucking problem is? And it will turn out that an aspect of your personality that you thought was cute is actually really annoying. You know, your friend will be like, you know how you can never make a decision about fucking anything ever? And you're like, yeah, it's because I'm a Libra. You shut the fuck up! Take some responsibility! And you hear that and you're like, what? Even I have problem? So then you have to examine your life, right? People say the unexamined life is not worth living. So then you go for therapy. And you realize, even the examined life, it's not that great. But examination reveals reason for misery. See, you are lame now because in your childhood, you were also lame. You're just a lame one. Life has sucked for your family for 5 generations. Why would it be good for you? And you pay money for this. You're like, thank you so much. So now your only recourse to meet someone is a dating application, which, yeah, nobody likes, but it's the only way. And they have humans on them for the most part, in little rectangles, and but they design it like Candy Crush. So you feel like you have to win, right? You're just like, done. I saw everyone. But each rectangle on that is like a full person. Isn't that crazy? They have hopes and dreams and wants and needs. They spoke to the therapist who said, you need to put yourself out there. And they said, yeah, I'll put myself out there. And their friends helped them select these bad photographs. And they made this profile with hope, thinking I feel like this year is my year. And my breakup was tough, but I'm finally over it. And I'm glad I'm putting myself out there. I think things are finally going to start turning around for me. And in 1 second, you're like, gee. Every time you reject someone, they should turn on your front camera. Just to remind you who you are. Ah! I wasn't ready. And there was a time that you were looking for the perfect person, but eventually you realized, why would the perfect person want to be with you? So you won't get someone perfect because you are not perfect, and you won't get someone sexy because you've never been sexy. You will get someone as good as you are, which, what a shame. And as you get older and life keeps hitting you in the face, you become very pragmatic. in your search for romance. See, now there are no more sapiosexuals, if you notice. They've all gone. Remember that phenom? Sapiosexual. I'm attracted to intelligent people. Wow. When you think intelligent people are like, I like big stupid idiots. You think intelligent people are attracted to people that are attracted to intelligent people? Or just fucking other intelligent people? Also, who finds intelligence unattractive? That we had to make up this word specifically. Right? Who's coming home? Anjali, these equations again! Take your abacus and get out of here! We have guests. And so now people are very pragmatic, not looking for a perfect person. In fact, they'll distill their desires in a partner to a list of bullet points that they write on their profile. Now it says looking for someone compassionate, motivated, growth-oriented, who creates a good environment so we can both flourish. You read that, you're like, are you hiring? Who is attracted to this? Growth-oriented! The fuck does that look like? Where you go for dinner and she's like, I really like this restaurant. They should open a chain of these restaurants. Are you suggesting growth right now? No, I find it very sexy actually. And you have all these demands from other people, but you also want something for yourself. And what you want for yourself is space. Hai ki nahi? Hai. Space is not physical space, you want mental territory. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath of the mind. In the UK, 2-bed, 1-bath. America, 3-bed, 5-bath. Ratio very off. Bangalore, 2 BHK, bathrooms unspecified. They're like, what, we won't give bathroom award? Come no. Space is an area of mind that you protect fiercely against other people. You're like, excuse me, I need my space. You are smothering me. And sometimes you'll invade somebody else's space. Like, hey, what are you thinking? Do you think about me? And everybody who you are is in your space, okay? There is, everybody comes in at least 3 flavors. There is a private OnlyFans version of you that no one sees. That's who you really are. Which is? That's who you are, and you never chose to become this parody of adulthood. It's the result of elimination. You could have been anything. But over the years, you realize too ugly, too stupid, wrong place, wrong time, wrong parents, comedy. That's who you are. You don't like who you are. There's another version of you that comes out spontaneously around other people. People are like, hi. You're like, hi. What the fuck? What the fuck is hi? Why do I always do this? We're going, bye. Ah! That's who you become, and you don't like who you become. There's a third person in here, and it's who you want to be. And who you want to be has changed over the years. But basically, you want to be someone who doesn't want to be anyone. And there have been times that you wanted to be different things. In fact, in your house, there is a self-improvement cemetery. It is the ghosts of all the people you failed to be, attached to objects in your house you no longer look at. Yeah. There's in the corner of some room, there is a guitar. Does not enter peripheral vision. From when you were going to be guitarist, in some cupboard there's beautiful empty notebooks, so empty. Big pile of empty notebooks from when you were going to journal. And then you tried to journal and you're like, this is like my thoughts outside. Why would anyone do this? So the journey to go from who you are to who you want to be is this idea of growth, which apparently lies outside your comfort zone. But the difference between these two extremes, also interesting, because who you want to be minus who you are equals what's wrong with you. And what's wrong with you is actually what you find attractive in other people. You're looking for complementary defects. Someone with the right size bullets for your existing holes. Who can hurt you in your preferred manner. Same battles, new opponent. Maybe you'll win this time. You won't. Or maybe if you've been with someone for a long time and you go for couples therapy, and in couples therapy you realize, how come everything that annoys me is like your personality? You are always with your antiparticle because you seek it out. In your space, you realize all this. Space is also a good area to process. Okay, there's two modern phrases that I use, you guys can use. I don't know how I feel about this, and I need time to process this. These are two wonderful nothing statements. You can use to escape any conversation. Okay, because it's not true, right? You know how you feel about it. You feel feelings in real time. Feelings don't show up 4 hours later like, oh! I was sad. You know how you feel about everything. You just don't know if how you feel is correct and supported by data. So you come back in your space, you do a data-backed analysis. Things to process. Top of the pile, you take one thing. Okay, item 1 to process today. Am I ugly? This is going to take years. Item 2. You just have to accept your parents. You can't change them. Take something small and easy. Okay. Someone came for the show, said the show was surprisingly good. What the fuck does that mean? What is so surprising about my show being good? No, at the time I felt rage. But then later I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. So this is me processing it. How do you process? Each internal voice gives an opinion on the proceedings. First up, it's who you really are. Can I speak? Fuck that guy, dude. Thank you. Second person represents mindfulness branch. Says annoying shit like, the judgment of others has no bearing on who we are and how we are perceived in this one beautiful life. Namaste. Third person, entrepreneur. I can't believe we are wasting time thinking about this. Bro, we should be out there grinding, succeeding, achieving. Sometimes it's a whole person from your past who lives permanently in your mind, right? I'm your maths teacher from 4th standard. You were stupid then, you're stupid now. Stupid! Fifth person, anybody hungry? So a lot of discursive politics in your own mind. But you ever wonder which one of these voices is you exactly? Who would you say your life is happening to? Because you are someone. You knew the first time they gave you an ID card, you were like, you are this laminated rectangle. Something with a blood group and a name and an ugly photograph. Weirdly, the one constant in ID cards through the years. It's like a picture is always ugly. That's how you look. I don't know how many ID cards will convince us, guys. That is not the picture which is bad. It is an accurate photograph of a bad face. You have ID cards and they change over the years and you feel like you change with them. But you have that odd moment in an airport when someone holds your passport and they look at your picture and then look at your face. And you're like, I'm not that thing in your hands. I have some identity. But which one is it? Any one of these voices specifically, would you say, that's me? Or would you say, oh, I'm actually all of them together as one? But even if that's true, it feels like you talk to them. So then who the fuck is talking? So you know what? You are someone, but the location of who you are is hard to identify. And I've been thinking about this a lot because the lawyer called me to complete the formalities. at a place called the Registration Office. A wonderful building. Where they always have a sign that is about corruption, but not against corruption. It's a very careful choice of words. Sign says, we support corruption-free practices. If you do corruption-free practices, we support. But if you give bribe, we take. Without support. I was required to bring 2 witnesses of good moral standing. Very important. No one should immorally witness your signature. Well, yeah, I saw him sign, but I was cheating on my wife at the time. Any problem? Dude, I go there with my witnesses. Lawyer comes, gives me the same 3 contracts I have already signed. Again. And says, sign. My signature is already on it. She was like, yeah, sign it here today because you're here today. Anyone could have signed this. But if you sign it here today, then you're definitely the guy who signed it before. I was like, then why did I sign it before? You think I want this? Okay. 300 pages signed, 3 hours, speed run. What follows is a real conversation I had with a human adult. Takes one look at the paper, she's like, you're supposed to sign in blue pen. Yeah, I had signed in black pen. And I don't know if you ever considered that black ink on white and black paper makes it look like the paper was copied. She's accusing me of making a copy originally. I am first copy, destroyer of worlds, duplicating shit that never was. So below that again, I said. At this point, you're like, are there some corruption practices that can expedite this procedure? Then you have to do it on computer, okay. They have digitized the process, that means you have to do it on paper and also on computer. Process streamlined and doubled. The future is now, but come tomorrow. 6 hours later, we are produced in front of the registrar. This is the whole reason we've come, to prove to this lady that I am really the guy who has been doing this stuff. I am no longer sure. I sit down, I'm like, hello madam. It's me. I am. Registrar, unimpressed. She's like, I also am. You say you are, but like, what's the proof? Witness comes, no, I also am. He is? I have seen. But then was he? Second witness, I also am. And he is, thus we are. See, because something must be. Because then if this isn't, then how can? Then why will? Then where? I have the land now. And I'll never sell it. I don't know what the procedure to sell land is. But I have it. It's very exciting to get stuff. But as soon as you get something, you just have it. That's how much fun there is in life. Some thin sliver between hypothetical and reality. Everything you get becomes have. Like, I love buying stuff, okay? So new phone comes out, I get it right away. I'm like, new phone, gonna get a new phone. As soon as you get a phone, you just have a phone. It's got 4K, 120 FPS. Yeah, but I'm still me. Now I have to get a screen protector. Getting amazing, having sucks. Worst, losing. Yeah, because when you lose something, then you miss having it. Then having it seems so awesome. Get a phone, have a phone, lost my phone, Where's my phone? Can you call my phone? Can you call my phone? Pankaj! Can you call my phone? Call it, Pankaj! Where is it? Where the fuck? Everything you get becomes have. And it's sad because you feel like there is something left to get. That if you got that, then you would be complete. And you will have arrived in this world. And it would fill this quality assurance defect in your soul. But everything you ever get, it just passes through you. There's so many things you wanted to get in your life that you have now. And you never think about it. At some point in your life, you really wanted to get a job. Guys, congrats! Wow! You get to say cool stuff like, can you see my screen? But then if you lose your job, then you really have to get a job. Then you'll have a job. It's just the whole life cycle. It's excitement, disappointment, bereavement, resentment. And you are searching for contentment. And it has never shown up in your whole fucking life. And it can only be because your parents had you. No one gets a child. You have a child. So then you are have. The feeling of, that's what you're made of. You are dissatisfaction incarnate. And are thus unsatisfiable. So if you don't like this show, it's your problem. You don't like anything. Why should I be responsible for your misery? Because you can't get anything. And hey, you will lose everything in your lifetime. You will lose your job, your house, your spouse, and then you will lose your life. But tonight is pretty fun. Yeah! Tonight is usually pretty fun. Hence the advice, be here now. And you could, but you aspire to be someone someday and then be that then. If you be here now, then when then comes, you'll be this only. Imagine. Because the guy in the video, he said you have to sacrifice today for tomorrow. But all of those tomorrows only ever show up as yesterdays in your gratitude journal that you fucking lie to. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for, I guess this is health. Today I deleted the Instagram app. But I use it from the browser. The idea is you are have, so you give thanks, and then you become thanks. Then have is thanks, but you are also have. You understand what I'm saying? If you've not tried gratitude, it really works, you should try it. And it only works only because you were not grateful already. And you were not grateful already because that is the dominant philosophy we were raised with, that you should never be satisfied, always aim for more, stay hungry, you get something, you're like, fuck this next thing. I will climb the mountains and eat the world. And this was sold to you by poisonous motivational assholes since the 70s. Now those same motherfuckers have rebranded and come back saying, actually you should accept everything. And you should be grateful. Now that I've made my money, I really accept it. And I'm very grateful. How come every rich loser you know begins his day with gratitude? I'm like, bro, either you don't know how to do it, or you are a fucking liar, because you cannot have both things. You are being sold a philosophical double life. And it is not possible to accept everything and then be fine with what you have, or be ambitious and then be, that is predicated on dissatisfaction. You cannot have both, okay? And in trying to untangle this irresolvable conundrum, I came across a great bit of ancient Indian philosophy. Would you like to hear it? Yes. They say, don't worry. And bro, it really works because I used to be worried. Now I don't worry. See, the older people contextualize your misery. They're like, bro, there's so much, you get married, no? That's why they have a simple structure, like property, partner, prayer, all these breaking bangles you do after that. So you say, okay, property I've got, partner, only thing left is writing about me on dating profile, very challenging, okay? So I read other people's about me for reference. Yeah, some people write compassionate, sustainable, carbon neutral, net zero 2070. 2070, which is like 3,000, dude. Some people write stuff like, don't waste my time, love that. yeah, we'll waste my time. Best about me I've ever read was this woman's profile. It said, about me, 5'10". That's about her. This is a ISO 5000 self-description. Think it's specific, measurable, achievable. She shows up for the date, you just take out your tape measure. 5'10". Not a liar, this one. Inspired by this, I have made my dating profile to just be measurements. But like other measurements. Yeah, Karan Gill, about me, 8,000 square feet. East facing. But dude, I came to the same conclusion that everyone does, no? With these apps, so I was like, oh, this is dehumanizing. And it's not for me, and I'm gonna delete all of them. And I only to re-download them same time next year. And I was doing this around June of last year. And around June of last year is when my friend Manik called me. And he was like, hey man, have you learned how to make tiramisu? For what? Oh, shit. No, dude. It was like the organizers of the World Cup want to do a call with us. So we get on a call with this Italian lady who is like, boys, thank you so much for competing. Can you see my screen? Yeah. But unfortunately, professional chefs are not allowed to compete in the Tiramisu World Cup, so we can refund your money, or what would you like? And Mannequin, why do you think we are professional chefs? And she's like, you're the only two coming from abroad. So the other participants are from Italy. Countries within driving distance. Ah, I see. So we know we are not professional, we are just very passionate. That's why we're coming. And Manik called me later, he was like, see bro, it's not easy. I have been preparing for months. You really need to start. I was like 100%, dude. You text me the ingredients. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, chill, okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Okay. And Manik did text me the ingredients. And I ordered them to the house and I laid it on my kitchen counter, but I just couldn't make it. Dude, is there anything more wretchedly lonely than making a full dessert for yourself to later eat by yourself? There is no one-person portion recipe for tiramisu. They're like, other people will be there. No, not there. So I'm not going to become this guy. So what I thought I would do is I'll eat tiramisu, and if I eat enough tiramisu, then I'll know. This is that old saying, if you eat enough tiramisu, you can make a tiramisu. Guys, we can start a saying, okay? They all start somewhere. So in this week, it's a challenge to you. Somebody says, when you're sending me that email, like, bro, if you make enough tiramisu, you can eat a tiramisu. Yeah? What? And then you drive. So I'm eating tiramisu every day. I'm ordering. I'm developing very strong opinions. I'm like, this one is too moist. This one is crunchy. The coffee flavor is not coming through in this one. And I eat tiramisu at night and I watch YouTube. And my YouTube is all videos of other people working out. Which I watch while eating dessert. And I am very critical of these people. I'm like, bro, this guy deadlift not improved in a year? Bro, you gotta want it, dude. Oh, the mind can conceive, the body can take. You know what I love watching? I like videos of people who show their improvement over time. You know, there's somebody in January sucks at drawing, but they practice and they film themselves till December. And in December, they're amazing at drawing. And you're like, wow, dude, even I was in this year. For me, it just went. Because you are in the future now. Many times you wonder, I wonder what my life will be like this. This is what the future has held. And many times you think, bro, next year I'll fuck them. This is one more year it started. How many times are you going to say next year? What are the odds that how 35 years of your life has been, your 36 onwards, dramatically different? Maybe you're an anomaly to statistics. I don't know, man. I'll get him next year. So, one night I'm eating, one guy's doing shoulder press. I'm like, bro, fucking push, dude. My fucking lower back is bending, truth. I get a panic call from my friends. They're like, Karan, you come to the house right now. We can't find Kaju. Dude, it's 3 a.m. Kaju the cat not back from work? Don't be stupid. Come help us find Kaju. Okay, bye. Chill, bye. So I run to the house. Kaju has escaped. Because someone has left the door open. Some people have pets where if you leave the door open, pet is like, I'm getting the fuck out of this house. Not a good sign of your ownership. So they're like, come help us find Kaju. So 4 people in their mid-30s are walking around Mumbai city at night shouting, Kaju! Kaju! Dry fruit stores are opening. Sir, Kaju? Good for kidneys, sir. Kaju! By the way, if you say her name to her face, she doesn't respond. It's a cat, dude. I don't know what the fantasy is. It will say Kaju, she's like, yeah. It's never happened. So 1 hour we waste. Come back to the house, next plan. Someone's like, should we make signs? And once in a while you'll see a missing pet sign, right? And it's so tragic, right? It says missing, dog's picture. Vikram. Name of dog. Phone number. And it breaks your heart to see that. But you also know, like, they will never find this dog. When have you ever recognized a dog? When you're at the bus stop, you're like, Are Vikram? Who wants to know? So my friends find an article that says when cats run away, they often crawl up car tires and they'll sit in the engine of the car because they like the warmth of the engine. And then when you start the car, then the cat dies because cat is not part of the engine. If you sit in the engine, you'll also die. It's not a good idea. So my friends read this, like, fuck, Kaju's in an engine. I knew it. I was like, bro, this is a European article, okay? It's 35 degrees outside. No one in Mumbai looking for warmth. They're like, you always hated Kaju. You want Kaju to die. I was like, okay. Want to support them? This is their plan. They were like, we'll make signs. We'll put it on the windshields of cars, telling people to check their engine in case a cat is there. Okay, 4:30 a.m. We take many A4 sheets. No photocopy shops are open. These are all original documents. We write an insane letter. Hi. There may be a cat in your engine. This is not a prank. Please check engine for cat. She will die. Thanking you. I signed everything off. Karan. We go down, we spend 1 hour putting this sign on every car in the neighborhood. Come back, 5:30, we realize, oh shit, we have made all these signs in English. We live in Mumbai, we should do a couple of other languages at least, right? So people go to make signs in different languages. They leave me to make sign in Hindi. Problem is, my knowledge of Hindi, like you, my knowledge of Hindi is too casual or too formal. That is either Abil Laude or Adanya Adhyaksh Mahoday. So I can write the sign, but what is the tone? What is the correct tone? So this is the letter I finally wrote. Hey Vyakti! क्या आपके इंजन में बिल्ली है? नहीं दोस्त, ये चुटकुला नहीं, केवल सच्चाई है ये। कृपया इंजन चेक कीजिए, पर यह बिल्ली मर जाएगी। धन्यवाद। धन 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 धन। Spend 1 more hour putting this sign also on every car in the neighborhood. Now it's 6:30, dude. The sun has come up. I'm telling my friends, I'll buy you 10 cats, okay? Tomorrow we'll open every pipe and steal every cat. I just want to go home. As we're walking back to the house, and there's a ledge above the door, and motherfucking Kaju has been sitting there the whole time. The whole time, this toxic cat has been watching us look for her. Like a clinical narcissist. My friends are like, yeah, Kaju. Kaju immediately attacks. Okay. Happy ending to the story. Kaju rediscovered. Once again, a prisoner. Interesting detail is we did not remove the signs. I think for many weeks after that, people are like, "Mere engine mein billi hai." What, is like a mechanic or what? And I came home and had to be honest with myself. It's like, Kaju has not improved my friend's quality of life. Right? And it seems like nothing you can add to your life will fix what's already in your life. You have to fix your life inside out. Yet all this whole structure is about adding stuff to your life. Property, partner. And you'll notice I've said nothing about prayer. And I won't also. So you can relax. I will say, there's a lot of Asian ideas that return to us from the West. And I find it very irritating. Like, bro, I'll be in Vancouver and they're like, you want chakra healing? I'm like, I don't want. Maybe I'm a racist, I don't know. In Finland, they're like, you want crystal? I'm like, I don't want. I was in Brisbane, Australia, and somebody asked me, have you heard about birth charts? I'm like, have I heard? Who are you talking to? I have seen friends marry trees. Because in the birth chart, it said their first spouse would die, so they had to marry a tree before they could marry a person, and I attended that event. have I heard about both charts. All of this is an antidote to prevalent despair. But it's the wrong antidote. Like if a snake bites you, you shouldn't bite the snake back. That's not a solution. It's revenge. And people want to take revenge on their lives, I feel, by manufacturing this artificial absurdity to deal with the real absurdity of your life. And what is the real absurdity of your life? Well, you've thought about your life enough now. You're smart people. And you know in your introspection at the bottom, there is a hole. And the hole is the knowledge that you will die one day. And all of your efforts are contained within the boundaries of your life. And each day you spend struggling and grinding is a day lost because that's how many days you had. And we had a nice band-aid on top of this fear. Right? It was the scam. You guys know the scam. It's when you're young, your parents tell you, if you work hard, you can get anything you want. And then you work hard, and then you don't get anything. And then you go to your parents, you're like, is this a scam? And they're like, You're like, oh shit, dude! Good one, fuck! No, I never thought. And your parents say, hey, same thing happened to us. You do it to your children. This is the scam. And you're like, yeah, okay. Problem is, the Gen Zs have seen through the scam. And they are dismantling it as we speak. Because they have internet. And it's very good. They have brought a lot of ideas into public consciousness that it's time for us to listen to. You see searing takedowns of neo-capitalism from very young people who'd be like, neo-capitalism is a scourge. And it kind of, we're like, yeah, bro. You're correct only. What is scourge? Yeah. Agreed. And people say, if you give your labor to the machine will not reward your labor. And these are like 20-year-olds saying this. And we're like, yeah, correct, bro. Problem is, maybe they'll live principally, but it's too late for us. We have 2 home loans. So what we're doing, millennials, is that we are insincerely disavowing capitalism by giving up half of it. We don't like capitalist means, but we still want capitalist ends. Now from cosmic means. You're like, okay, hard work won't give you Lamborghini. Okay, what about moon? Can I use moon to get a promotion? If I put a sad picture of a villa on the inside of a bedroom clothes cupboard, will I then get villa? This is the same scam. Acoustic version. But I understand and I empathize. And your real enemy is ambition, right? And fuck, man, I have been talking about this for 3 motherfucking specials in a row. And you guys are not getting it. 3 years I have been saying ambition is the enemy, and you come and say ha ha hee hee, and then you go home. And I feel like you don't think about the show. No one has brought notepad. 3 years I've been saying, then cry, then cry. You have enough, you could live a simple life with enough. Sure, many of you couldn't, but some of you could. But instead you will choose to work in finance and dream of agriculture. Then cry, then don't blame me. Don't say I never told you ambition is the enemy. And you're like, Karan, if ambition is the enemy, how come you keep doing more comedy specials? I'm different. I'm actually better than you, you guys don't know. This is something above ambition also. Is passion. Genuinely, to be honest with you, this was the moral of the show. Until I went on tour with the show and realized, wow, man, I was talking to my tour manager, Mehtab, and he's showing me an Excel sheet of P&L. That's profit and loss for basic people. And it's full red color Excel sheet, everything red, all columns red. I was like, why is this red? You make this blue. He was like, it means something that it's red. I was like, for us, blue is red then, no, bro? Why? Remember, we have to make 2 times profit every time because ambition is the enemy. We're sitting and doing Excel end of September last year. And the end of September last year is when my friend Manik called me. Please tell me you have made at least 1 tiramisu. We are leaving tomorrow. I was like, yeah, dude. I made so many. Okay, So quickly I googled, what is tiramisu? Just to be sure, it's an Italian dessert with 6 ingredients. No cooking, no baking, just mixing. You make a cream, you take some biscuits, you make a cum. That's it. Now we know the same amount about tiramisu. Okay. I ordered the ingredients and I watched a recipe or video and I fucking made a cream and I made a cube. And guys, maybe until now I exaggerated some stuff I said, okay? I'm only human, I do it for comedy. Next part of the show, 100% truth. I had a bite of my first ever tiramisu. It was the best fucking tiramisu I have ever had. I took a bite, I was like, why do I ever doubt myself? I stepped outside my comfort zone and I rock here also? I texted Manik, I was like, bro, turns out I'm a natural. I will carry our team. You don't worry. Manik is like, we have to compete individually. In that case, get ready, bro. So next day we fly. The competition is in Treviso. It's a small town in northern Italy. It takes 20 hours to reach Treviso from Mumbai. 20 hours, a lot of time to think. You can think stuff like, I could have made 2 tiramisu also. Before the World Cup. Because when we land in Treviso, turns out tiramisu was invented in Treviso. And they take it very seriously. And the competition is held in the town square, where the town comes to watch the tiramisu. I'm stressed. We go back to the Airbnb. I was like, tell Manik, bro, you go out. I'll make one more tiramisu. What do you mean one more? Like when you make 100, you can make one. Get out of my ass, dude. Like, where is your equipment? Like, we had to bring? Isn't that crazy? Like, if you go for Cricket World Cup, you have to bring your own bat. You have to know. Okay, man. So I go to kitchen store. And I don't know if you've had this experience of trying to buy something you don't have the words to describe in any language. Okay, so I go there, I'm like, I need a mix. Whoa, mix. Mix. They're like, whisk. See, whisk. Then I'm like, I need a bowl. Bowl. Like, what size of bowl? Bowl. Bowl. Men's large. Come back to the house, get ingredients, watch recipe. I make a cream too thin. Weird. I make cube collapse. I throw away, I start again. I make a cream too thin. Again I make cube, again it collapses. I watch recipe exactly again, refresher. I make a fucking cream too thin. Again I make cube, again collapse. I'm like, okay, clearly I can't solve this with more cooking. Solution requires lateral thinking. Okay. Think about the problem like this. What if cube is insufficiently stable structure? And I chose a more stable structure. Right. Audience, what is the most stable 3D structure?
Sphere.
Sphere? You think a sphere is a stable? Like a ball? You never wondered why there are no ball-shaped buildings? Hold on, think about it. If I put a ball on the ground, would you say that is stable? Or Good answer, don't be so confident. Okay. Other people said triangle, good answer, not 3D. Pyramid, correct answer. Yes, very good. So I made pyramidal tiramisu. Okay. I put it in layers like this. It's standing, great idea. I put cream in a swirl like this, beautiful. And I put cocoa on top, and it's awesome. I step back to look at my creation. I'm like, wow, this looks exactly like shit. No, like literally the poop emoji. So then in a flash of inspiration, I was like, I'll make this. I call it Tiramisu. I'll serve it with toilet paper. And the judges will be like, ha ha. Because you know, Italian people are so chill about their food. Wake up the morning of the competition. Manik says, I have a surprise for you. He's got us made 2 identical white chef coats with our names on the front. And on the back, it says, Tiramisu Champs. Which is a sweet gesture that adds a lot of fucking pressure. Because when you wear your chef coat and you hold your men's large bowl and you walk through the streets, you think thoughts like, could have made 3 tiramisus. We go there, one of the organizers sees us and she's like, boys, professional chefs are not allowed to compete in the Tiramisu World Cup and you've come in your work uniforms. Is this fair to the other contestants? I didn't think you would do this. Hold on 1 second, I need to talk. I was like, ma'am, I feel like you will see. So we go quietly to our workstations. Everybody else is like, who are these foreign chefs? Mike and I just looking down. So we assemble on workstations. We have 40 minutes to make a tiramisu. They blow the whistle, competition starts. I'm in the zone, okay? Put shit in my bowl. I start whisking. Start whisking. And I look up and I see everyone else has an electric hand mixer. Including my friend Manik. Electric hand mixer, 3,500 rotation per minute. Hand cramp. I'm whisking, getting cramp. Whisking, getting cramp. I'm changing hands, still getting cramp. One of the judges sees me struggling. He's like, why you do like this? I'm like, it's how my grandmother used to make. My Punjabi grandmother always made tiramisu like this. He's like, see, ciao. Dude, and the cream is even thinner today. I have no idea why. It's not a cream, it's like a white watery like discharge. Something you see the doctor about. And I've been beating the shit out of this for 35 minutes. And it is not becoming thicker. And I look at other contestants have finished. So I need help. So I look at Manik. This motherfucker has made a sculpture out of biscuits. Okay. And he's slowly chiseling. But he's too far in the zone. He's made this much cream. I was like, he's okay. It's up to me to represent our nation. He's not going to finish also. So I take big plate, I put biscuits, I put cream. It's spread. It's like water, okay? So the guy's no problem. I smoosh it. I smoosh the biscuits and I just wipe it for the rest. I just wipe it. No problem. I smoosh it and I wipe it. No problem. I put second layer, I put cream. The whole thing disassembles, guys, no problem. I smoosh it and I wipe it. No problem. I smoosh it and I wipe it. At this point, people are walking by like, I don't think these guys are professional chefs. I put final layer, I put cream. So the whole thing comes apart. They blow the whistle. Time's up! And I'm looking at a plate of white water with randomly floating biscuits. Like, I just want to run away from here. But I can't because I'm wearing a chef coat. And if I turn around, Manik comes, he's like, dude, I didn't even finish. I was like, Manik, sidebar. I was like, listen, bro. Just be confident. Okay, they don't know that we didn't mean to do this. Yeah. Okay, you say you made a creamless tiramisu. Me? What? Diarrhea is a kind of poo. So, I'm sticking with it. Fake it till you make it. Okay, take a deep breath with me. 3, 2, 1. Judges! Tiramisu! First announcement. Please cut your tiramisu into 3 pieces. Can you cut liquid? For me, they say, we take with spoon. Grazie. Second thing they do is a golden drop test, where they take a spoonful of tiramisu and they turn it upside down, and nothing should fall. And for me, it's not coming in the spoon. Tiramisu. Takes 20 hours. 20 hours to reach Treviso. And only 40 minutes to be eliminated from the Tiramisu World Cup qualifying round. And because the other contestants have finished so much before me and Manik, they have cleaned the workstations and gone. So it's just the 2 professional chefs throwing away cream in silence. Because we know that we have booked our stay here for 4 more days. That's when the finals were. And I'm feeling horrible, and I want to commiserate, share this embarrassment with Manik, but Manik is not even looking at me as if this is my fault somehow. And I'm feeling so ashamed, so embarrassed. And you want to solve your own problem, but there is a limit to self-knowledge, right? You can't solve your own problem, you are also in the problem. So it's like if you're drowning and you're like, oh, grab my hand. So I'm feeling wretched, and then suddenly I remember, actually, I don't know how I feel about this. Dude, what if I process this right now? So I retreat internally into my space, and I look for some justification of this humiliation. I give to my internal committee. I was like, guys, good one today. This is what I've done. What do we think? And unanimously, the response is, you have brought this upon yourself. There was no need. And I see all these different voices arguing, and I wasn't feeling better. But then I asked myself an odd question. I'm like, okay, so who has this happened to exactly? Okay, who is the victim of this circumstance, right? Which one are you? In your space, are you signature, are you photograph, are you thumbprint? Or are you, in this, the witness who is unimplicated in the events of your life? You see, when you're in your space, and everything you want to be and don't want to be seems to come and go from that space. So you must be what stays. The space itself, the 2-bed, 2-bath. An apartment full of clutter, slowly decaying, very cheap to rent, but a place with 1 arm distance from the events of your own life. And this gives you a lot of peace. And I looked over at Manik, and I saw that Manik is suffering. I was like, guys, he's not had this breakthrough. It's just me. So then I was like, I have to enlighten my friend also. I was like, Manik, listen. In space, it's like you're just this one in... What? Bro. Okay. Bro, look at us. Okay, think about the experience. Yeah, we came here. Isn't that enough? And Manik is like, yeah, we could have just come here. Without participating. Yeah, technically, okay. But like, bro, okay, like it's like this. Okay, hold on. Growth lies out. He just left. I'm throwing away his cream also. And I'm almost done when one of the judges comes back and she's looking for Manik, okay? And she's like, hey, where's that guy? He was your friend? Cool, just tell him like his concept was incredible. Now he didn't finish, so we couldn't qualify him. But if he had finished, he would be in the finals for sure. Will you tell him that? I was like, yeah, I'll tell him. And she was like, and you are so quirky. Oh, God. So we started chatting, okay. So I asked her like, oh, okay, so then you live in Treviso or like Venice is nearby? And she's like, no, actually, I live in London, just here to judge the competition. I was like, oh, so cool, so your restaurant is in London then? She was like, oh, I don't have a restaurant or anything. I was like, cafe, patisserie, whatever, why are you being so humble? She's like, no, I'm not in the restaurant business. Like, I'm a lawyer. I was like, if you're a lawyer, then why are you a judge for the Tiramisu World Cup? And she's like, oh, you can register online to be a judge. So next year. Thank you guys, that's the show. This is Karan Gill and I'm back in Treviso. Behind me, the Tiramisu World Cup is taking place. And I am about to judge the creative round at 11:30. This is real life.
Mine.